How you feeling?
I feel a lot better. I can talk.
You sound better.
Thanks.
I mean, you left this audience with me for a week. That
You did a
is,
fantastic job. You
man,
held it down.
it's dangerous.
No, it wasn't.
Just a little
No,
dangerous.
it was good. You did good.
Thank you. I feel appreciated that you trusted me to talk to our audience by myself. So thank you for that. That was a fun little episode. Wild week. Fun episode.
Very much so.
So, you want to tell us, give us a quick teaser?
No, you can. No.
All me?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
listen,
for it.
we've been talking about
Yeah.
controlled chaos for what seems like a month now. And it's here. Let's talk about me a little bit. And the how do I say this? The chaos.
How do you say it? You've been saying it for a month now. You've been like, what's the episode called?
Controlled chaos. Let's talk about the
Here
controlled
we go.
chaos.
This is for you, Ryan.
Yes, my brother has been asking for this episode for a while now.
All right. So what do you mean when you say controlled chaos?
Gosh, exactly what it sounds like. It's wild, it's crazy, but it's all under control, and for some reason makes sense.
But why?
Why is it under control, or why is
No,
it
I mean,
chaos?
yeah, why is there that
Yeah.
combo of it being chaotic and controlled at the same time? I mean, I guess we alluded to this a little bit. You come from a blended family.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that dynamic.
So I'm one of 5, and I'm smack dab in the middle. What makes it interesting
Yeah.
is of all of the siblings, I have one full sibling. So my little brother Ryan we're 100% same mom, same dad. My oldest sister, we are same dad, different mom. And my youngest sister is same dad, different mom. You see a trend here.
And your oldest sister and youngest sister, you guys all have the same dad,
All
but
have the same
they
dad.
also have different moms.
Yes.
So there's now 3.
3 mamas.
We're introducing 3 mothers into this
3 mothers.
equation. Okay. And now your other brother.
And then I have an older brother who is it's weird because he's for most of my adult life, he's been in my life. So I've never seen him as a stepbrother, but technically
Right. Yeah.
stepbrother. It's weird because our parents never got married, but they lived together for like
Right.
20 some years.
Right.
And on top of that, his mom is my youngest sister's mom.
Right.
So that's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay. So let's recap this.
Yes.
Okay. As if I'm hearing this for the first time. I remember when I met you and it was like, wait a second, wait a minute, wait, that's my brother, that's my sister. And I'm like, wait. Especially coming from a nuclear family.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was adopted into that family. So I have a little bit of like blendedness there.
Yeah.
But not to your extent. So meeting you and experiencing your family and seeing that dynamic, it was very interesting to say the least. So your oldest sister.
Yes.
You all have the same dad except for your older brother.
Yes.
Okay.
Lock in.
Trying. Your oldest sister. She has a different mom than everybody else.
Correct.
Your brother.
Youngest brother.
Your oldest brother.
Oldest brother.
Who has a mom
Mm-hmm.
who is dating your dad.
Yes.
Is the mother of your youngest sister.
Correct.
And your youngest sister's dad is your dad.
Correct.
And at one point, prior to your younger sister being in the mix, your dad was married to your mom.
Correct.
And had you and had your younger brother.
Yes. And then they went.
Yes. Okay. I think we brought it back. Okay.
We're here now.
Okay. We got the circle complete.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a hint to the controlled chaos.
Yeah.
So elaborate a little bit more about what did that look like growing up for you?
Whew, man. So parents got divorced. I talked about this, in the gaming episode where I talked about like parents got divorced somewhere around my fifth, sixth, seventh birthday, somewhere around there, and split. And then at the time, my dad was sharing custody and splitting custody with my oldest sister with her mom and really her family.
Yep.
And so it was like every other weekend we saw my oldest sister, and then she lived with us for a few years. Right. And then she went to go stay with family. It was a mess, just back and forth, all that stuff. And then, gosh, I probably was in 6th or 7th grade when my dad met my oldest brother's mom. And I think they started dating a couple weeks, maybe a month. Then he was like, move the family on in. So, and so they moved into my dad's house. My dad got full custody of my sister. So now at the time,
which sister?
My oldest sister.
Okay.
So at that time it was
your youngest sister wasn't in the picture yet.
Wasn't born
yet.
yet.
So oldest sister.
Correct.
Okay.
And my brother and I lived with my mom.
Yes.
So
your younger brother and you lived with your mom.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm tracking because it's very easy to be like, wait, what?
What happened? Right. And then, so everyone moved into my dad's house. So at that time, it was just them two. At the time, my oldest sister would have been a junior-ish in high school, and my older brother would have been a freshman in high school.
Okay.
So, that's how it kind of started. I mean, they started dating. There's actually a really funny story about this, which is, if my stepmom, my oldest brother's mom, it like sums her up in it sums her up to a T. So they met on I think like Match.com or something like that.
Okay.
And if you don't know anything about Match matches you with 100 people. Okay. And then your number one is your strongest. Your number 100 is your absolute like least strongest. Can you guess where my dad was in that list?
The least?
The 100.
Oh, wow.
And she started with the 100.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Which is
and
really
it's funny that I think the funniest part about that story is you explaining Match.
I guess, yeah, fair.
Because wow.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that Gen Z would be like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you mean Tinder?
They didn't swipe.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
They basically see Gen Zers that are listening back then, you actually had to fill out a profile and then they would match compatibilities. So
yeah,
that was really
very, very interesting. Okay. If your childhood was a soundtrack, what do you think it would be?
Papa was a rolling. That is funny.
Wow.
That's funny. Now, I say that with all joking, no disrespect to my dad. I love the whole situation.
He would have laughed at that.
Yeah, that's
he would have laughed. 100%. I hope so.
No, wait about it. It was fun. It was fun.
Take me out.
Yeah. Right.
Leaves chat.
Right.
Again. I think we've all left your family group chat at one point.
Oh, man. So anyway, a lot happened. So, everyone moves into one house, except for my me and my younger brother. And it's a lot of just kind of getting used to it. Because it wasn't like, we sat down and we're like, hi, meet this person. It was, hi, this is Raphael. Here's your new brother. Okay. Welcome.
And he was a freshman.
Yeah. And I was
in high school.
So I probably think I remember the summer of as he was going. So yeah, 8th grade, freshman year. And I'm 7th, 8th grade-ish.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay, well, all right, cool. Yeah. What's up? And he had came from it was a complete culture shock for both me and my brother, because he was a complete 180 from both of us, which was interesting.
What do you mean by that?
Because
this is actually something that I don't think I knew.
Yeah, it's a lot we didn't know. because we grew up around white folks.
Why you gotta say it like
Because
that?
it's funny.
Why you gotta say it like Stewie saying cool whip?
Cool whip. So we lived with my mom out in the boonies. It's kind of similar to you in the sticks. And, we were the 2% black folks in our
wow.
In our high school.
1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. Think 1, think 2. No, so we were those, the minority there. And so we didn't do a lot of hanging around black folks. There's a lot of things we just didn't understand or, just didn't know. Like I didn't own a pair of like designer shoes. I just wore slip-ons because I didn't care. So my mom bought us. My mom bought us the sneakers from Payless. We wore Payless shoes. We wore,
were K-Swiss bad?
Yeah, the
Those were nerdy.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Word. Yeah. You hear that, Mom?
K-Swiss did not. They did.
I loved my K-Swiss.
They were not it.
Oh, I love my K-Swiss.
So like we get to we meet Raphael. He introduced us to a lot of things. I never wore jerseys. Like I never wore throwback jerseys.
Did you have Bapes?
No. I never none of that stuff. I never knew any of that stuff until I met Raphael. So he introduced us to a lot of that world. Like I could walk out the house ashy and not care. I just would. I'd walk out the house without no lotion on my ankles.
If your mom is listening, she's like,
I would never have known, but it wasn't
punching air because I know that she would not let you.
Yeah,
that was a personal decision.
I would never have done that, but like, I would never have cared at that time. And then I met Raphael and we would get just flamed. I mean, you know how it's like being around my family. Like if you can't take a joke.
Oh, that was culture shock.
That's another thing. Is we made fun of each other all day. Oh,
that was culture shock for sure.
Yeah. So
y'all hurt my feelings.
Sorry.
All the time. Man.
So a lot of things, freestyle rapping, making beats, stuff like that, I would have never had done until I met him. So
was there a moment that you realized growing up that not everyone's life is like this? Yeah. Not everyone's family is like this.
Yeah. I mean, man, and that probably comes later. We'll come back to that question because that's a good question. So, here's an interesting thing. So, we would go probably every other weekend to my dad's house. And the house that they stayed, they had at the time only had 4 bedrooms, I think. So one of them was the master, one was the computer room, which was the office.
You talking about Nina?
No, this is before Nina.
Okay.
Blair had a room and Raphael had a room, and then there was the basement. And
this was prior.
Okay. So they finished the basement and. Yes, there was a room upstairs. All 3 of us, before the basement was finished, when we would stay, all 3 of us would be in a king-size bed, knocked out.
Okay.
For a while. That's a core memory.
Okay. So how did you guys, you specifically, especially after your parents divorced, and then you're at your mom's, you're at your dad's, I'm assuming that you had 2 very different experiences about rules and parenting styles. So how did you handle that?
It wasn't really much different, just don't be crazy. It's essentially like, at my dad's house, because there was so much of us.
What do you mean by don't be crazy?
Like, just don't break stuff.
At your dad's house?
Yeah.
Okay.
We lived in the country with mom. So we were always out either doing something outside the house, or if we were in the house, we weren't really doing much watching TV. That was the thing about living with mom, was we were out with friends because we lived with no internet. We had one phone, and all of our friends are 20, 30, 40 miles away. They're not within walking distance.
Right.
Now we did have a few friends that were a couple miles away that, shout out Josh down the street.
Man, that was who I needed to go through for this relationship to continue. I had to get a thumbs up from Josh.
Yeah. That and Blair. Yeah. But no, so we would with mom, we'd take the bikes and just be off all day. And as long as we came home before it was pitch black outside, she was cool with that. We didn't have no cell phones back then, so it's you need to figure out where we were out. You called 3 parents. Hey, as the kids over there? Yeah, cool. Send them home. And then that was probably a 25-minute bike ride back home. So, that's kind of how mom's was. Dad's, we were in the suburbs. We had, friends that were next door. We could go to the park and play, pick up basketball all day. We had internet, so I was able to, be in the AIM chat rooms. Terrible thing. Terrible back then.
Yeah, for sure.
All
had
day.
no business being on those websites.
Right. Or, back to the gaming stuff, I could play online games at my dad's house that I couldn't do at my mom's. So, it wasn't like we really, I won't say there was like, did we have rules? Yes. Like, neither one of my parents really were crazy, like strict on like certain things. You know what I mean? They're both pretty chill because we were all relatively good kids. So a lot kind of happened when probably around my junior year of high school. Ryan asked my mom if he could live with dad, purely because he wanted the opportunity to play for a bigger school and have a chance of playing collegiate ball somewhere. And he felt he couldn't do that with the small school that I graduated from.
I agree.
I mean, when I probably, what would that have been? Freshman year of high school. So, that's when Lexi was born.
Okay.
And, there is a 12 to 14 year-ish age difference between all of us.
Yeah.
And I think that with the you're raising a child, a newborn, in a situation where you have the oldest is a senior in high school. The next one is a freshman. The next one is an 8th grade. Ryan's in 6th grade, and then you have a newborn. So I think the attention kind of got lost a little bit at the parents' house. It was mini Wild Wild West to an extent.
Feels like a good description.
Yeah, I mean, and that was an interesting time too, because dad still owned the mortgage company, and that was before the mortgage crisis. So like we made a lot. I mean, he made a lot of money at that time.
Yeah.
And we built the new house. We have nicknamed that house Nina because it was in Galena, so we called it Nina. And that's where
make any sense.
Just listen. I'm gonna need you to.
Galena.
It was in Galena.
So
we
wouldn't
called
it be
it Nina.
Lena?
No, Nina. I'm not calling it Lena.
And I have a feeling, because I know your family so well.
Yes.
And I know your guys' dynamic when y'all are together, that if any of your siblings are listening to this, we know Ryan's gonna listen to this. And if they hear anything that does not line up with their memory of it,
we gonna hear about it.
They are going to correct you
1,000%.
with the quickness. So why do I have a feeling that they're going to come back and be like, they're either going to stand 10 toes down with you about Nina and Galena, or they're going to be like, no.
It was in Galena. It's called Nina. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. So
when I first heard of Nina, like I was with a friend and she was like, we went out, to the bars when I was in college, and she was like, you want to come with me to the after party after the bars? It's like, yeah, where are we going? She's like, we're going to Nina.
Going to Nina.
I thought Nina was a place, like a city. Like, we're going out of Columbus. We're going somewhere. We pull up to a house, and she's like, we're at Nina. And I was like, it's a house? Nina is a house's name? They named their house. And then I walked into the house, and I was like, I just was not expecting that house to be the house that we were going to.
It's a beautiful house.
Yeah. I mean, we're a bunch of college students, and, it just was not what I was expecting. It was very, very nice. The house was gorgeous.
The stuff that we got away with was just could not.
What do you think about a specific moment that you would say was pure chaos, but it makes you laugh now?
A moment that was pure chaos. We talk about this a lot. So my oldest brother's mom, love her to death. She's amazing. She's one of the best cooks I've ever, been with, experience. She battled with insomnia. So her days and nights would get really messed up. And so during the summertime, when we would spend weeks at my dad's house, it would be 1:00 in the afternoon, and we would just, we were kids. We'd be out laughing, playing, and she couldn't sleep. So she had been up all night, and she wasn't really happy with us that we were making noise at 1:00 in the afternoon when she was trying to sleep. So that night, and this is like a reoccurring thing that happened. That night, she came down at like 3, 4:00 in the morning with our youngest sister, Lexi, who was on her schedule with her. So how that made sense,
Yeah.
I have no idea. She'd come down and it'd be like 4:00 in the morning, and she'd be like, "All right, everybody up, time to clean the whole house."
Fun.
So it'd be like, wait, why? Well, because you guys were super loud when I was trying to sleep. Now it's time for you guys to.
She pulled a Bad Girls Club on you.
Oh, she did.
I ain't get no sleep because of y'all. No, y'all don't get no sleep because of me.
Just absolute. We're all looking like, what? We used to get yelled at for it. It's wild how much we used to get yelled at for. Stop making noise. It's 1:00 in the afternoon. What do you mean?
Well, she was tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah, that's definitely chaotic
yes.
at the time, but I love that you guys have found humor in these stories. Did you ever feel like you struggled with where you belonged?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How
Absolutely.
so?
I mean, I'm smack dab in the middle. I don't get told yes enough. I don't get told no enough. I keep saying that, but that's the truth. Like I am the stubborn one out of everyone else.
Yeah.
So I take this. I have my dad's life of the party, like party side, where he has that, like, he can be the life of the party and entertain anybody and talk to anybody. But I have my mom's, like, when I say that I'm not doing something, I'm not doing it. Like
stubbornness.
I don't really
bullheadedness.
I don't really succumb to peer pressure. Like it's not hard. If I say no to something, it's good to know.
Yeah.
And that used to get on, especially
your siblings,
the
all
brothers.
Of them. Yeah. Your brothers' nerves. Yeah.
Because they were, hey, can you do no? And they would be like, come on, no. It's not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I have a story.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell the story because I don't think you've ever heard this story, and we're probably gonna cut it out.
How much you want to bet?
You might have, you may not. We'll see. We were little bad kids for a while. Man, we used to shoplift from Meijer.
Yep, I've heard this.
You have heard the story.
Yep.
Oh, I don't tell it
then. Dang, I should have bet you something.
Yeah, you know what? That was a good story.
You can tell it.
Yeah, so we used to shoplift from Meijer. Just like nothing like crazy, just like small stuff. But there was this thing back in the day called a Game Shark. And nowadays, when you want to find a cheat code for a game, you just Google it. It tells you all the cheats. So back then, they created these things called Game Sharks, where you just you take a disc and you drop it into your Xbox or PlayStation, and it will show you. It'll upload all the cheats for you.
Yeah.
And so we wanted one. We didn't have any money, of course, we were kids. And so we decided we were going to shoplift one. So what happened was what we did was, I don't know how awful saying this, but what we did is we used to open scissors in stores,
Okay.
in the store, and then we would cut the Game Shark, out of its package and then just walk out the store. And what happened was is we went to do it and I did it. I was the one who I think Ryan or somebody got the scissors open, but I took the scissors and cut open the Game Shark and then put it in my pocket and we walked out. And what happened was when I did it and we got back to the house, I accidentally cut the disc. So it was unusable.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan and Raphael are both pissed.
Mad.
They're mad at me for doing this. And they're like, we got to go back and get another one. And I said, no, I'm not going. No, thank you. I'm not doing this. You can do that if you want to. I'm not going.
I have to pause you just for a second because you can say as much as you want that Zuri acts like me. Our 4-year-old acts like me. No. Because what you just said there, no, I'm not doing it, was Zuri coded. My goodness. That had Zuri written all over it. I said, Zuri, go to the bathroom earlier. She goes, no.
She's singing as I'm not doing it. That's fair.
Don't. When you watch this back, honey,
that's fair.
You're going to see it. All right, please continue. So you told them.
So I said, no, I'm not going.
You told them you pulled a my wife and kids. Nah. Okay. Keep going.
I said, no, I'm going to go on AIM and talk to my friends. And so I did. I went on the computer and I'm talking to my friends. And the phone rings by like 30 minutes pass. And the phone rings. I hear it ring. I can hear my dad answer the phone. What? Huh? I'll be right there. And
I'm laughing because that was a really good impression of your dad.
Huh? Where's it work? And so I'm in the computer room and I'm like, what's happening? And then the door's open and I hear him open the door and I hear him call for, Raphael's mom. Tracy. She's like, what? She goes, we got to go to Meijer. Why we got to go to Meijer? The boys just got caught shoplifting. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the room like, oh. And like he walks by the room. He goes, huh? How'd you not? You're not with the boy? I'm like, no, I'm here. I'm here, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm here. I got another good one after this.
That's crazy.
So there's a theme.
They were mad at you.
There's a theme to this. So they get caught shoplifting. They did a little bit of community service, and they were like banned from Meijer for like a year. So that happens. Okay. They're still mad at me because, of course, I'm the one who doesn't get caught.
Right.
So fast forward 4 or 5 years later, we were going to Red, White, and Boom. This is Red, White, and Boom. I get a call from Raphael and say, hey, listen, we're thinking about throwing a pregame party, and then we'll go down to Red, White, and Boom.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, cool, Raphael. I'm down. Let's do this. Ryan's like, I'm down. Let's do this. So Ryan's already at the house. Mm-hmm. I am at my mom's house. So I'm like, well, I'll drive the 40-minute drive to go, hang out with you guys. So I get in the car and drive over there. I get asked to go pick up like Red Bull or something. And I'm like, yeah, I'll worry about it when I get there. Okay. So I get to the house. So they got some really cheap vodka, Kimchaka, like a 30-pack of Natty, and they're going to town. And so there's probably 10, 15, 20 people there. Mm-hmm. No, they're probably not. Probably, maybe 10. Maybe 10.
Okay.
And they're I haven't taken a shot at anything yet. I leave to go to the store to go pick up like Red Bull or something to chase this really horrible vodka down. And as soon as I get back, I pull back my car. I hop out of the car, like run in to drop off the Red Bull, and I'm about to run back out to leave, so we can all head down to Red, White, and Boom. And one of the girls comes to the front door and she goes, "The cops are here."
Just nonchalant.
Nonchalantly, very drunk. Cops are here.
No care in the world.
Right. And like 4 of us bowled out the back door, including me. I remember from my own house. So I run out the house. I'm thinking, yeah, cool. My brother's behind me. Somebody's behind me. You know, nope. It's just me. Me and, 2 other people just take off running. And so I'm sitting behind a bush for like an hour watching the cops like breathalyze my younger brother.
Oh no.
Take Raphael to the field sobriety test, take a couple of the girls through the field sobriety test that were in there. One of the girls was like, "I'm not giving you my name." The officer was like, "That's fine." Puts her in a cop car, takes her. "You won't let me call your parents? It's fine. I'll just take you to jail." I'll call them there.
No. Oh no.
And then the cops, our parents get there, cops leave. My car was on, by the way.
Right.
It was still running. So like Raphael like walks outside after he calls our parents, and the cops are there, and like pulls my keys, like turns my car off. My dad gets there, and he's, "I don't know what happened to these kids. We raised them right." He's just going, making a scene, and the cops leave. And so I walk back up to the car and to the house. I'm like, okay, I'm accepting any punishment I'm going to get as soon as I walk up to the house. My dad and Tracy look at like, "Oh, we figured you were here because we saw your car, but we didn't see you." They were like, "Where did you go?" I can hear Raphael. "He ran." And my dad and Tracy start busting out laughing. So, of course, we're all there. Raphael's grounded forever because we got in
happened,
trouble.
right?
They're like, now all of us have to go up to the boat. Seems like a punishment.
Boogie loved that.
Oh yeah, it's for Boogie. That's fair. My older brother has massive seasickness, so he like even steps on a boat, he just immediately throws up.
That is good punishment.
But I remember Raphael going, "Yeah, I'll drive," because we had to take 2 cards. And they're like, "No, you won't." And they threw me the keys, and I ended up driving up to the boat that night.
Lovely. Which is crazy because like you were still there.
Yeah.
And you were drinking.
I wasn't.
You were about to drink.
I was about to drink.
Yeah. That's just crazy. Like,
yeah, that's been like it's a funny thing.
Getting out of the trouble.
Yeah, that's one thing that Ryan and Raphael always hold over me is like, you always get out of all the trouble. And I'm like,
sure.
Apparently.
But when did you realize that the chaos actually prepares you for adulthood?
A couple of things that are kind of unusual in my family, and that is, from day one, we accepted Raphael. I never had any issues not accepting my sisters or anything like that, but like we accepted Raphael as my brother.
Right. From because technically he was your stepbrother at that point. Then and really not. Yeah. He wasn't because
they never got married.
They were never married. Yeah. But okay, let's ignore that and say he was your stepbrother. Mm-hmm. But then they split up and now he's your ex stepbrother. But he's your brother. Like at the end of the day, like that's your brother. Yeah. Like that's my brother-in-law. Like that's family. Yeah. For sure.
And that's something that it always taught me to just like, we had differences. We fought and argued like any other family does. But at the end of the day, I always had my back. He's always had my back. Yeah. Same with Ryan as well. We bicker, fight, and argue over everything.
Right, like the 3 of you.
3 amigos.
Y'all's dynamic. I mean, I know Ryan and Raphael are like thick as thieves. Yeah. Like Ryan, I think, and maybe still thinks this way, like Boogie hung the moon. Like, just looks up to him so much. Not that he didn't look up to you, but y'all were in way closer proximity to each other growing up. Like y'all were toddlers together. Like you started then. And then when Raphael came into the mix, it was like this outsider, like coming in. Oh, and he's cool. Oh, he's cool. He's cool. Yeah. And so like hearing that story of how that happened, but then the three of you just like really built this amazing bond.
Yeah.
And really all five of you have this really awesome sibling bond that I was able to witness when I came into the family, getting roasted immediately. Immediately. I will toot my own horn here for a second, because your family, I remember saying that of any of the girlfriends that were brought around, I was the coolest.
Yeah, definitely.
So
by far. Cash you out.
Period.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
As you should. You were the GOAT. I mean, I knew you were gonna be good when day one. Blair was like, "Oh, she's cool. I like her." I was like, "That."
Yeah. And your nephew Ken. Now we're bringing about Ken. He was in the mix.
Yeah.
In all of this.
Yeah.
He was 2 years old when I came into the picture.
Nina.
Ken, man, that was my homie.
There's so much that's happened at Nina.
There was a lot that happened at Nina. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that prepared you for.
Yeah.
That prepared you for adulthood.
Yeah. That, and I learned, from my parents. I learned a couple of big things. One, resiliency from both parents. I got the chance to watch my dad lose his business, make a new business, fail at that business, make a new business, and succeed again. I've watched him just over and over, and that was one of the things that I really appreciated, is we never really felt like, there were some times where things got kind of crazy, at the house. I always tell people, I've seen both sides of the coin, where we've lived, I'm not gonna say like the 1%, but we did a lot of things that a lot of people just didn't do. We went out to Lake Erie and lived on a 44-foot sports yacht, every other weekend.
Yeah.
I could ask for just about anything for Christmas, and my dad would get it for us.
Yeah.
And we talked about it before, Nina was a absolutely beautiful house.
Yeah.
That, it's still like, I wish I could buy it back. How beautiful. It's this amazing house.
It was gorgeous, for sure.
But I've also saw on the flip side of that, when things weren't going great, especially during the 2008 crisis, when, that was wild. I remember us locking our Escalade in the garage and the repo man trying to find it. I remember that. I remember saying, "Hey, we're not letting this car out now, because times are a little bit harder now. We'll wait and see." But we needed that vehicle because it was the only one that could fit all 7 of us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of,
So there was that where you learned resiliency from both of your parents.
First with dad, and the second hand with mom. She lost her house too. So I got a chance, she lost her house. She worked for the state of Ohio, and
at one point she was working multiple jobs.
Yeah. When she was working for the state of Ohio during that time, she was a manager of like a team of around 5 to 10-ish people, and they were going to lay off her whole division and keep her. And she took a pay cut where she, took a third of what her normal salary was.
Yeah.
So that her team could stay. And then she went and got a job working night shifts at BP. And that was like the dark ages, man. That was She used to come home with these subs, like gas station subs, because she worked at she worked the deli spot. And they were cool for like the first couple times she brought them home. Like, these are awesome. And then after a while,
and then you're like, okay,
stop bringing these sandwiches home.
Kind of getting burnt out from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I learned. I watched them both bounce back and come back strong on
and both
sides.
Of them, from what I've heard, like they both made sure that you guys had what you needed.
Yeah.
They both made sure. And I would say, just because I've had like a lot of one-on-one conversations with your mom and been able to see like the things that she sacrificed in order to, help you guys, you and Ryan, and the men that you both are today. I think you have a lot of those characteristics of each of their resiliency, but also how your mom, because like primarily, like a lot of your influence came from your mom.
Yeah.
Because that's where you were. And, she just did a phenomenal job with given the situation that she was in.
Yeah. Those were some crazy times, man.
So I have something else that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Because when you come from a blended family like yours,
yes,
and from my viewpoint, when I came into your family, the biggest shocker to me was going to some family function, probably on your mom's side.
On my mom's side.
And your dad showed up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what's happening?
Why is your dad here? Wait, they're friends?
Yes.
Wait, so.
Yeah, my parents were married for like 4 to 5 years. And they didn't work out as a married couple, but through all of that, they are still best friends, which is, you don't hear that ever. Like with baby mama drama, you maybe hear the baby mamas become best friends, but you don't hear that the ex-husband and wife become just really good friends. I mean, family reunions would come around, and yeah, my mom would invite my dad would come over.
Okay, and now let's fast forward to your mom gets remarried.
My mom gets remarried. They being the old gambling couple, decide they want to get married in Vegas, and my mom invites my dad. My dad shows up. Of course he does.
Why yeah, with bells.
Yes.
Bells and whistles, man. Celebrating. Yes. Just so happy for her.
Yes.
And then vice versa.
The flip side is my dad gets remarried a couple of years later in Florida, and my mom and her husband, Roland, are there.
Invited.
Roland
couldn't go because of work, but your mom came.
Yes.
Bells and whistles.
And it's
full celebration.
It's everything.
Of each other.
We do we hosted Thanksgiving, and both my parents stayed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're cool with each other. Like,
there's no love lost.
Yeah, which is wild compared to what you mostly hear in relationships that don't end well.
Yeah.
And that's like, we want to talk about
people are struggling to co-parent.
Yeah.
And they're just co-lifing. Cookouts, reunions, Christmas, weddings, Christmas, Thanksgiving, any holiday, anything for your kids. Yeah.
It don't matter what it is.
Asking about each other's family.
We're still in a group. We're in a family group chat, and they're in it together.
Yep.
Which is, so shout out to mom and dad.
If you could tell your younger self one thing about family or faith, what would it be?
It's only going to continue to get better. I never thought it was bad, but I mean, we had I would cherish those moments more.
Mm-hmm. So kind of flipping over to the faith side of things.
Wish we went to church more. That was my only.
I was going to ask a whole new question, but okay.
You wish you went to church more. Okay. I just really wish we never really, I mean, we went to church. We went to church in Springfield, which was far. Like, why are we going 2.5 hours away? I should have talked my dad into finding a church family here in town. Mm-hmm. That would have been my only.
Why?
Because it would have been nice to go to church every week together. And like, when you're going to church and you're thinking, okay, we're getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, driving 2.5 hours to go to a Baptist church that's going to start at 9 and end at 2:30.
You're being generous.
I am. We leave when the sun is down. We come home when the sun is down. I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
So that was my only thing. Is I wish I probably could have influenced him to hey, listen, let's go to a church that's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing if we 3 months out, 3 visits out of the month, we go to the local church, then we go to the family church in Springfield, Ohio. So That's my only thing.
Where do you see God's hand in your story now that you're on the other side of it?
Gosh, I didn't get caught shoplifting. I didn't get
God,
arrested.
do you hear that, Ryan and Wrath?
No, I'm kidding.
God
I'm
was
kidding.
only looking out for Ian.
He was like, Mom. Nah, man, I mean, it's being true to me. I, I understood like times like I could very easily could have when Ryan asked about leaving, my mom's house and moving in with my dad. I very much so could have done the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't. I felt a calling that I wasn't supposed to do that, and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that worked out because it led me to you. I don't know where life is with if I do that,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what different schools are looking at me,
Right.
and where I go to school there, or
Right.
if my my attitude towards school changes if I switch schools at that time. So I'm very much so believe that the Lord was like, nah, bro, you don't need to do this. Like you stay exactly where you are. I have you lined up for different things in life.
For sure.
So yeah, that's probably the biggest one for me.
And if you were talking to somebody who grew up in a blended family, who grew up and it was chaotic and
cherish the stories. Like seriously, cherish the stories. Enjoy it. Love. I mean, I mentioned it earlier. Every single one of my family members has my back 10 toes down. They're going to stand on business with us.
Oh, for sure.
And
even if you are dead wrong.
Dead wrong.
To anybody else.
But they'll call
But like if you say something to somebody not in the circle and you're dead wrong, they'll stand 10 toes down for you. And then later on, they'll be like, nah, you were wrong.
You were wrong.
That felt like that was actually not how it happened at all. Like, whatever.
Why are you lying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you think you have, you just have a brother or sister that you got a buddy. You got 4 of them things. Like, I got homies. Like, and it's nice that, we're in a spot now where, my sister's she's in California. My little brother's in Florida. And, the youngest sister's here and the older brother's here. And now I have a moment now because my son, his best friend is his cousin, is my oldest brother's, son. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the best things that my dad told us when Raphael first moved in as his sister's brother, that's it.
And that's something that I honestly appreciate from both my parents. I think learning from their decision to remain just such good friends have taught our siblings and us how to love others as well as each other. And I just really appreciate that from both my parents.
Is there anything else that you want to add to this conversation?
I hope I didn't make any of you guys mad. I love you guys. So no, listen, no, I think I'm good, man. This episode's been chaotic.
All of our episodes are chaotic. Yeah, we're learning.
We're
learning.
That's my favorite saying for everything now.
What?
I'm learning.
Whenever I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Final thought. What do you got?
My final thought is you don't have to come from a perfect home in order to create a peaceful
one. I like it. That's deep.
Fake sponsor of the week.
Fake sponsor of the week. Here we go.
So
no.
Hold on. I did fake sponsor by myself last week.
So it's my turn?
It is your turn to pick your fake sponsor of the week. # not sponsored.
Sponsor, not sponsor. We are not sponsored by Starbucks.
They're small.
Because Ian so graciously went to Starbucks last week when I had laryngitis, could not talk, and he got the infamous medicine ball. I guess it's like this viral drink. Shout out Cass, sis-in-law. She's the one that recommended it. Got it. Personally, I'm not a tea drinker. I like coffee, but it wasn't bad. It tasted like medicine. I mean, hence the name medicine ball, and it worked. So, I mean,
you can talk now.
Yeah, I can talk now, and I think that it did its job. So, sponsor, not sponsor. Starbucks, shout out to your medicine ball. All right. So that wraps up
Controlled chaos.
Controlled Chaos.
Where are we at, Jazzy J?
Guys, if you're listening to this on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Music, Apple Podcast, download the podcast and hit the review.
Share.
Hit the review. Share with somebody that you know that would laugh,
Make fun of us, either or.
make fun of us, relate to a blended family, and go back and check out some of our other podcasts. We've got an exciting one coming next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about relationships.
Yeah, relationships.
Yep, adult relationships, adult friendships. So
we made a new friend this week, didn't we?
we did.
Yo, shout out Gianna.
Hey, so we're going to be talking about all of adult friendships next week on the pod. And every Sunday at noon, you can tune in and check us out. So, hey, signing off as your internet best friends.
Who let us adult?
Hey, that thing's getting cleaner. Let's go.
Bye.